The Detroit Lions do something they haven't done since Jim Caldwell. Hello, everyone. My name is Derek, and welcome back to Detroit Lions Syndicate. If you are new to the channel, we talk all things about the Detroit Lions, and we make videos almost every day. And for the first time, I did not have to stand up during this game. I did not yell to the top of my lungs, and I have a voice at the end of this game. The Detroit Lions win 3 games in a row, something they have not done since 2017, since Jim Caldwell was head coach. Now, according to somebody in my chat, they said that the last time the Lions won 3 in a row was weeks 9, 10, and 11 of the 2017 season. So how crazy is that? But what a dominant performance by the Detroit Lions. First and foremost, for the second week in a row, put some respect on Aiden Hutchinson's name. Got an interception and a fumble recovery from pure effort. Just never quit on the play, and he was the right pick at number 2. Kayvon Thibodeau didn't even name, was barely caught today, so I don't want to hear anything about him. Hutchinson is not a bust. He was the right pick 100%. Jeff Okudah had to leave with a concussion, and he is out. Hopefully he can play Thursday, but I'm not sure how likely that's going to be. Not a lot of terrible in this game. There was a lot of calls that we got away with, but I guess it's our time to be on the receiving end of those calls. Some touchy pass interference calls, but the most frequent that I saw was the delay of games, the couple that weren't called. When it comes to Penei Sewell, I told you guys before, I'm going to give these guys a solid month. They just had babies, and he made some bonehead plays, a couple holding calls, just didn't look himself out there. DeAndre Swift is obviously just not himself either. Did have a rushing touchdown, but he just didn't look right. Jamal Williams, with a massive day, leads the NFL in touchdowns on the season. So much good to take away from this. The Detroit Lions pretty much dominated from start to finish. And if you ask me, they struck first with the 3 points. Okay, they chose to defer, stop the Giants on their opening drive. Then they got the 3 points. Then the Giants came back and scored, missed the extra point. And that's when Hutchinson got the pick. To me, that is the play that changed the game. 3 weeks ago, the Dan Campbell we had back then, the trading of TJ Hawkinson, just when things look lost, I did say that if we don't win next year, I wanted them fired. But it appears that he has learned from his mistakes. He said last week that he kind of toned it down with his aggressive play calling against the Chicago Bears. So it's just so much to talk about, so much good, not a ton of bad, but a lot of stuff that they need to clean up. We'll hear that. Not a ton of bad. Hopefully Jeff Okudah can come back. It's just the first game that I was confident we were going to win. Once we went up and we had like 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, I was confident we was going to win that game. I said, this is the first time that I knew we were going to win and was confident. So much good to talk about, but we will talk about that more in the post-game show. Now the playoffs are going to start coming up. People are going to start talking about them. I've been talking about them since we were 1-6, but that's just what I do. You're going to hear it coming up a lot this week. Also, just to backtrack a little bit, Giants fans were flapping at the mouth all week long. They said that we didn't have a chance. And the Locked On Giants creator, when she did the podcast with Matt Derry, the crossover, she said that she felt the Giants were overlooking the Detroit Lions. In addition to that, Kenny Golladay had a big catch today, but still no touchdowns for Kenny Golladay. It's almost like they're not throwing him the ball on purpose in the red zone. He had a big play to get them to the red zone, and then they decided to not even throw it to him. I don't even know if he was in on the play. You're going to hear the word playoffs coming up a lot in the next couple of days. Now, the Detroit Lions are just outside the graphic. They should still really be on it, moving up 2 spots. We should move up 1 or 2 spots, even though the Cardinals don't play until tomorrow night. I believe it's going to come down to the interdivision record, and right now we're 2-1, even though we have the same record as the Cardinals. So if the Cardinals lose tomorrow night, I want to say the highest we can get now with the Chicago loss is 10. You will have the San Francisco 49ers at 7. Then you're going to have the Washington Commanders at 8. And I believe it will be the Atlanta Falcons at 9, with our Detroit Lions sitting at 10. So made a pretty substantial jump, got a lot of work to do, quick turnaround, and we will host the Buffalo Bills. So now's a good time to start talking about it if you want to do so. A lot more to talk about in the post-game show. My name is Derek. You already know what to do. I will see y'all soon. Lions, 3 in a row. Now it might be time to start getting just a wee bit excited.